Hello everyone, this is Captain Vikas Chaudhary here. I'm partner at Focus to Growth. We have been doing this from last 4 years and we are happy to introduce you to our esteemed guests today. Our guests are Sachet and Saket Agarwal from seafarerstax.org. It would be a super bumper session today where our clients would be asking them a lot of questions pertaining to taxation. Let's see what all questions come up, and I'm sure it will be beneficial and fruitful for all our viewers. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. This is Captain Sumit Khetal. As you all know, काफ़ी इंटरेक्शन होता रहता है मेरे सीफेयरर्स के साथ जो हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे हैं फोकस टू ग्रोथ. So this webinar we are coming a little later. हमने प्लान तो करा था मार्च में, but due to COVID and every family had a little problem with COVID, so we didn't want to get this webinar out that time. We have got a fantastic team of two chartered accountant from seafarertax.org. They are very, very popular. If you have not heard them, then I'm sure you have just missed something very, very important. Being a seafarer, because they are very, very ये लोग काफ़ी काम कर रहे हैं seafarers के लिए, be it being like COVID warriors, Twitter पे DG shipping को tag करना, और इनके मेंटोर भी हैं कैप्टन पराशर, तो उनको उनके जो भी मैसेजेस आते हैं उनको सबको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना और बहुत कुछ है. तो टुडे एज विकास ऑलरेडी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड, we'll be doing a short webinar on taxation which was long due because February में बजट आया and हम लोग ने वो बजट बेसिकली आप लोग को जो प्रेजेंट किया था regarding the PDF PDF book जो seafarer taxation के ऊपर थी, वो इन्हीं की थी, हमने आपको भेजी थी. लेकिन unfortunately we couldn't do a webinar in March. It was planned in March. We wanted to get them on board, but unfortunately everything was just pushed. And today we are still getting better in Mumbai, and I just hope anywhere or wherever you are across India, you are safe and sound, and we pray that this COVID second wave passes away and we all are safe. Yeah. So this was basically for our focus to wealth, focus to growth. About focus to wealth and focus to growth, there has been a name change. So last 3 साल से हम focus to wealth बोल रहे थे, अभी थोड़ा सा नाम change हुआ है. It's because of SEBI and AMFI guidelines. So we have put growth, and also we are adding a new vertical. So when we add new verticals, when we add new dynamic things in our company, we have to comply with the regulations, and that's why we have changed the name from focus to wealth to focus to growth. Everything remains the same. आप भी सेम हो, मैं भी सेम हूँ, यही हूँ, और विकास जी हैं, प्रधान साहब हैं, रुचि है, टीम वही है, टीम ग्रो कर रही है एंड फैमिली ग्रो कर रही है. सीफेरर्स जो हम लोग अभी आज 350 सीफेरर हैं, आप लोग सब, हम आपको पार्टनर्स बोलते हैं बिकॉज as I told you again and again, when we meet personally or on the phone, our growth is incomplete without you. So when we are incomplete without you, you are our partners. So coming back to focus to growth, we have just finished an ISO audit, yearly audit. वो भी हो चुका है, and it was a great audit. Difficult definitely because as you know, हम लोग IRS, Indian Registry of Quality Systems, उसी से कराते हैं audit. The most stringent, क्योंकि वो हमारे vessels को भी class करता है, तो हम लोगों ने ऐसे ही strict and जो quality जो हम लोग देना चाहते हैं seafarers को, वो लोग से ही audit कराते हैं कि look at our quality of what services we are providing ethically, honestly, and also transparently. Coming to the market, yes, थोड़ा सा portfolio ऊपर नीचे हुआ है, in the sense that we have shuffled a lot of portfolios in and out. We have added new funds. There has been a shift in the industry. Few fund managers have changed from A to B, B to A to C, whatever. So वो देखते हुए हम लोग ने भी आपका portfolio थोड़ा सा shift किया है. and we are always looking at reviewing your portfolio wherever possible, wherever as per your need based planning, what we do before when you get on board. So वो धीरे धीरे आपको फोन आ जाएगा हमारी तरफ से when there is a need of that. So this is just a little touch of what is going on, and what in future what we expect is market है ऊपर नीचे तो करेगा, and you have been in good hands, and we will make sure that you are in good hands and we'll take care of your portfolio. Coming to our today's session, basically ये छोटा इंट्रोडक्शन इसलिए भी था कि मैं बहुत टाइम से टच में नहीं आया, क्योंकि as I said, there has been up and down in every family. It has been in my family also. So there were up and down, and तो ये एक पॉइंट है जहाँ से हम यंग एंटरप्रेनर्स हम लोग को मिले हैं, seafarerstax.org. We wanted to get them on our webinar for taxation because there are many questions from our seafarers कि टैक्स का अभी क्या जो फाइनेंशियल बजट आया था उसमें क्या चेंजेस हुए थे, सीफेरर्स को क्या हो रहा है, कैसे there are a lot of questions coming in. So sometimes questions come in, and to give the right answers, it is better to get the right people on board. So luckily we got in touch with them, and we were interested because इनके articles मैंने और विकास ने पढ़े, and विकास was also very inspired with them. And जब seafarers की बात हो तो definitely I being a captain, विकास being a captain, आप सब जानते हैं, तो हम सब seafarers focus to growth में हैं, तो हमको ऐसा चाहिए था कि कोई हमको आके एड्रेस करे टैक्सेशन के ऊपर. तो nothing great and nothing, I did not find anything better, anyone better than seafarers.org, and I will give you more introduction about them, but better वो लोग ही अगर मिस्टर साकेत एंड मिस्टर सचेत दोनों इंट्रोड्यूस करें अपने आप को और अपनी कंपनी को तो अच्छा होगा. एंड हमारे जो क्लाइंट्स हैं वन ऑन वन कभी इनसे बात करना चाहें या कुछ हो तो कर सकते हैं. इसी के लिए भी एक वेबिनार हमने ये अरेंज किया है. सो मिस्टर साकेत जी, आप प्लीज अपना थोड़ा सा इंट्रोडक्शन दीजिए, and Sachet, even you. So both of you can introduce yourself and then go on to introduce your company. And definitely we will also tell our people, because we have been telling them that आप लोग को फॉलो करें, क्योंकि आप इतना लाइव चीज़ डालते हैं ट्विटर पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे, आप लोग के बहुत वैल्यूबल educative on taxation post aate hain. So it's very valuable to follow you, and we are doing our best, but it's better from your mouth. Let's start it. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Captain Sumit. Thank you so much for inviting Seafarers Tax and myself, Sachet Agarwal, and my brother Saket Agarwal. We both are chartered accountants, and we cleared in 2017, and we have been into the core practice of taxation. We both handle taxation part, so we thought that seafarers tax, I mean, many seafarers are not aware as to how their taxation works, how many days they need to be outside India, what are the foreign exchange regulations applicable to them, and many other taxation and regulatory aspects which they need to be aware, which they are not aware of. So with the inspiration of Captain Sanjay Parashar, who is our mentor and guide, and we have been auditing their company since past 10 years, and with his inspiration we started this Seafarers Tax, wherein we thought, why not do some knowledge sharing about taxation and regulatory aspects of seafarers, and make them aware as to how to manage their taxes especially, and how to be aware of regulatory aspects. So we, as seafarerstax.org, we basically provide three services. The services which are as follows. First being virtual income tax return filing. So virtual income tax return filing means that even if a seafarer is on board, so as we all are aware that many seafarers they forget while on board to file their taxes, and they are on board for 6-7 months, and they forget that they are on board and their deadline is coming near. So they forget their income tax return filing. So we started this concept called as virtually income tax return filing, wherein we remind them that their income tax returns are near once they become our client, and they just have to provide us documents either on the WhatsApp or on the mail. So it's like there is the physical barrier has been removed through such virtual concept. And as we are aware that during this COVID times also, I mean, the physical barrier is completely removed and everything can be done virtually. So we are handling all the seafarers from across the country, and even those seafarers who have settled outside India in various foreign countries, even we are handling their taxation return filing. The second services which we provide is with respect to any notices being received from the department. So many seafarers, they are receiving a lot of queries, because since many of them are not aware that we should file our ITR even if we have not completed the NRI days. So, and many of them have invested in big investments in big mutual funds and FDs or shares or any house property. So any big investments what they have done, but they have not disclosed their source of income. So they are getting a lot of queries and notices from the department. So we legally reply them as to how to, based on the Income Tax Act, and we reply so as to ensure that the favorable judgment has been received in favor of them. And the third thing is any type of consultancy which they require, and our team is available 24/7. They can call me at any time, and I have given my personal number to them, and they can personally call me with respect to any queries related to taxation and Foreign Exchange Management Act. So these two acts which are applicable to an NRI, so they can call me anytime. They can even WhatsApp me or call me, and I am always available for them. And this consultancy is absolutely free, so we do not charge anything for consultancy, because many seafarers have this question in mind that consultancy कुछ charges लेते हैं या क्या लेते हैं. So that is always free. So these all services we basically provide.
Right. Okay.
And coming to the focus to growth, your initiative of knowledge sharing about investment, that is commendable. I mean, as a seafarer, you are handling this part, and you being a seafarer, you are much more aware as to how seafarers face challenges in respect of finances, in respect of all the household expenses, and what all investments, where to make investments. You are much more aware because you have interacted with so many seafarers, and during your career sailing, that you come to know that whether to invest in mutual funds, which type of mutual funds to invest, whether to invest in FD, how much returns which type of investment is giving, and managing 350 clients, and that too having a 60 crore of AUM is commendable. And I salute Focus to Growth, Captain Sumit and Captain Vikas, for handling such a big AUM. And it's always a pleasure working with you. Thank you so much for inviting Seafarers Tax on this knowledge sharing session.
Thank you, Saket. अभी बोलते ना कि ये चालू कैसे हुआ, लोग ऐसे पूछते हैं. तो 2017 में, मतलब आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू, हम लोग तो अभी एक बार मिले थे, बट आप लोग से बातचीत.
If before you could continue, I would like to add one point where Saket just mentioned that we are handling account for Captain Parasha for last 10 years, though you are in practice since 2017. Their dad is also a CA, so it's a family third generation. So it's his father.
Three generations. Yeah, that's why it was very impressive.
lot of people will later on come up with this. अरे यार ये तो 2017 में start किया, 10 साल.
हमारे सीफेयरर्स बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, बट उनको ना क्वेश्चंस रहते हैं. तो आपसे भी आज बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस होंगे टैक्सेशन पे, वो आपको थोड़ा आंसर देना पड़ेगा. बट यस, आई जस्ट टू टेल यू अबाउट फोकस टू ग्रोथ. माय ऑलरेडी पार्टनर्स, जिनको मैं पार्टनर्स बोलता हूँ, सीफेयरर्स आर माय पार्टनर्स. वी आर सीफेयर बहुत छोटी कम्युनिटी है, बहुत अच्छी कम्युनिटी है, अच्छे लोग होते हैं, फैमिलीज अलग रहती हैं, तो दिल के अच्छे होते हैं. तो unfortunately what happens is we know how to earn, but we don't know how to manage money. We can manage the ship, we can manage the engine, we can manage the machinery, we can manage the seas, we can do the best out of our abilities. But unfortunately, when it comes to money, half of the year you're outside and your money is here, either into hands of others or hands of, हम डाल देते हैं, चलो इसने बुरा डाल दो, तो वो सब इसके लिए ये एक फर्म बनी है. So we also give them basically not only guidance, but planning is more. उसके लिए what yeah, उसके लिए हम लोग एक थोड़ा सा एक सेशन भी करेंगे, चाहिए तो थोड़ा बाद में, और क्योंकि मुझे आपको और बुलाना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि there are, after this session, which today we are just doing on seafarers taxation budget, but I have one more seminar in mind which I want to tell you now, which is also going out to my seafarer partners, that we want to call them for taxation on different assets. जैसे एक घर खरीदा और घर बेचा, तो उसमें टैक्सेशन कैसा आता है, उसमें कैसे कैसे चैलेंजेस आते हैं, टैक्सेशन पार्ट. क्योंकि ये क्या होता है, हम खरीद तो लेते हैं, बेच देते हैं, बेचने के बाद करें क्या. तो ये एक चीज़ है जो मैं आपसे इससे मैं भी चाहता हूँ, मैं भी कुछ सीखूं टैक्सेशन पे. सीखना बेसिकली ये है कि at least we have a small knowledge, and then definitely you can guide us how to go ahead. And then different assets में आ गए, जैसे गोल्ड हो गया, फिजिकल गोल्ड हो गया, then it can be FDs also. People think FDs पे टैक्स नहीं लगता है, but ऐसा नहीं है. NRE FD पे definitely it's tax free, but जिस तरह से चल रहा है, nothing will be free soon, so tax तो देना ही पड़ेगा. तो लेकिन the point is that every asset, even mutual funds, even PMS, even trading, share markets, क्या taxation है. So though we try to speak to our clients, but it is always better to get somebody on board to speak on behalf, because हमको सुन के हमारा क्लाइंट भी बोर हो जाता है, हमारा सीफरर बोलता है अरे बार बार बोलता रहता है. तो ये इस मोनोटोनी को ब्रेक करने के लिए we will call you, दो टॉपिक है मेरे पास. तो ये आज डेडिकेटेड टॉपिक है टैक्सेशन, which has changed a little bit for seafarers. क्या चेंजेस है, क्या नहीं है, फरवरी में क्या हुआ, और फरवरी का हम अभी कवर कर रहे हैं, जो हमने बहुत सारे आंसर्स दे दिए हैं, बट एंड आपने बहुत अच्छी एक बुक भी पब्लिश करी है, PDF फाइल, जो हमने खुद अपने सीफेरर्स को सर्कुलेट करी है. तो because it was very impressive, so we will also, after this this thing we will circulate again, but now let's Vikas, then you can host the session and get our seafarers.
First of all, seafarers tax.org, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. In today's world where you have got so many things on your plate, you make sure that you are up to date with whatever is happening with shipping industry. You are always in touch. हर एक टॉपिक पे आपका कोई ना कोई ऑब्जर्वेशन, कमेंट जरूर रहता है, which is very 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 common. Apart from that, you are trying your level best to get in touch with each and every seafarer, make a point that you bring some change in their life. That is very 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 important, and that is what we at Focus to Growth are also trying to do, to bring change in seafarers' life. Now we have got a lot of our existing clients who are very excited to ask you a lot of questions. Maybe few of them might be repetitive, but please bear that. All right.
Yeah.
So today we have most of our existing clients who would be asking you the questions. In near future, we would have, we'll try to keep it open so that more and more people can join and ask you questions. All right. So thank you so much, and let's take it to our client.
This is Captain Mrugesh Balasubramanian from Mumbai, sailing with Anglo Eastern, associated with Focus to Growth since 2018. My question is, what is the difference between NRI, RNOR and ROR? Being in which of the foregoing categories makes it mandatory for me to pay tax?
Hi Captain Mrugesh. Thank you for asking this question as to what is the difference between NRI, RNOR and ROR, and under which of these three categories it is mandatory to pay tax. So first of all, I will explain who is an NRI. If a seafarer sails outside India for more than 184 days in a financial year, then he will be classified as an NRI. In case of leap year, if he sails outside India for more than 185 days in a financial year, then he will be classified as an NRI. If a seafarer does not complete his NRI days in a particular financial year, then he will be classified as a resident. Under resident, there are two categories. Resident but not ordinary resident. In short form, we call it as RNOR. And the second category is resident but ordinary resident, and in short form, we call it as ROR. When is a seafarer classified as RNOR? If in previous 10 financial years, he has been an NRI for at least 9 years, then he will be considered as an RNOR. Or if in previous 7 financial years, he has been staying in India for less than 729 days, then he will be considered as an RNOR. If he does not satisfy both these conditions, then he will be considered as ROR. Now, what are the tax implications under these three categories? That is NRI, RNOR and ROR. Being an NRI, your foreign sailing income is not taxable. Being an RNOR, your foreign sailing income is not taxable. However, your foreign sailing income is taxable if such income is earned from a business or profession controlled from India. Being a ROR, your entire global income is taxable, including foreign sailing income. However, under these three categories, that is NRI, RNOR and ROR, your Indian source income would be taxable. So coming to the question as to under which of these three categories it is mandatory to pay tax, so I would say that under ROR, that is under resident but ordinary resident, it is mandatory to pay tax on your foreign sailing income.
Hello, good morning all. Captain Parveen Elawat, sailing with Northern Synergy Ship Management and associated with the Focus to Growth for last almost 2 years. I have a very simple questions to ask. What kind of incomes are taxable on NRIs in India, especially if the rental income is taxable, and what other income heads? Thank you.
Hi Captain Praveen. Thank you for asking this question as to what all incomes are taxable in India for an NRI seafarer. First of all, any rent income which is earned from a house property in India, that is taxable in India. Any dividend earned from Indian shares or Indian mutual funds, that is taxable in India. Any profit arising from selling of Indian shares or Indian mutual funds is taxable in India. Any profit arising from selling of house property in India is taxable in India. So in short, all types of income which are earned in India is taxable for an NRI seafarer.
Hi, it's Kakasar Srimantu Bhosle, Chief Officer, staying in Mumbai, Andhra West, and presently on board sailing with TCC, Hong Kong West Ownership Company, on board vessel CSK Endeavour, sailing in Asia. My question was a seafarer, whoever has completed NRE days, so which ITR form they have to fill up? One more question, how do we calculate NRI days, and how do we confirm seafarer is NRI, means whether the days are calculated basis passport or CDC? Just wanted to clarify. Thanks.
Hi, thank you for asking these two questions. First question is, which ITR form is applicable to an NRI seafarer? And the second question is, how to calculate NRI days? Is it based on CDC dates or is it based on passport dates? To answer the first question, ITR 2 is applicable to an NRI seafarer. If in a particular financial year, a seafarer is not able to complete his NRI days, then ITR 1 is applicable. To answer the second question as to whether CDC dates needs to be considered or passport dates need to be considered for calculation of NRI days, it is very important to understand the movement of the ship. If you have signed on from Indian port and signed off from foreign port, or vice versa, that is signed on from foreign port and signed off in Indian port, then CDC dates needs to be considered. While calculating CDC dates, both sign on and sign off dates are considered outside India. In other cases, for example, if you have signed on from foreign port and signed off in foreign port, then you will consider passport dates. And while considering passport dates, date of departure and date of arrival shall be considered in India and not outside India.
Hi, this is Captain Sandeep Fogart from Noida. I'm working with MTM Ship Management and associated with Focus to Growth for last 1 year. And my question is, are seafarers allowed to maintain saving account as per Indian law? And what are the other tax saving instruments for seafarers? Thank you.
Hi, this is a very good question asked by Captain Sandeep as to whether seafarers can maintain savings account. Are they allowed to maintain savings account? To answer this question, I would like to say that as per FEMA regulations, that is Foreign Exchange Management Act, NRI seafarers are not allowed to maintain savings account. They should either close this savings account or convert the savings account into NRO account. Apart from this, they can also open a new NRE account. So the second question being asked by Captain Sandeep is that what are the tax saving investment which a seafarer should make in order to avail tax benefits? To answer this question, the first important investment which every seafarer should make in order to avail tax benefit is that he should make investment in equity linked saving scheme. In short form we call it as ELSS. Now what is ELSS? These are a type of mutual funds which invest in equity shares. So these are equity oriented mutual funds. So if you invest in equity oriented mutual funds which are a type of ELSS, then you will get tax benefit. The second investment where every seafarer should make in order to avail tax benefit is insurance. Now there are two types of insurance. The first one is life insurance and the second one is term insurance. I would like to explain the basic difference between life insurance and term insurance. In case of life insurance, you get maturity benefit as well as death benefit. In case of term insurance, you get only death benefit. However, in case of life insurance, the premium is high as compared to term insurance. But in case of both the insurance, that is life insurance and term insurance, you are eligible to get tax benefit. The third investment where you can avail tax benefit is housing loan repayment. Under housing loan repayment, there are two types of payment. One is principal repayment and the second is interest repayment. With respect to principal repayment, you will get a maximum deduction of 1.5 lakhs in a financial year. With respect to interest payment, you will get deduction based on the type of house property you own. If you own a house property which is let out, that is, which is given on rent, you will get an interest deduction of whatever you have paid in a financial year. In case of self-occupied property, that is the property in which you are staying there, you will get an interest deduction of maximum 2 lakhs. The fourth type of investment where you can avail tax benefit is investment in public provident fund. However, tax benefits in investment in public provident fund is allowed only when you had opened this account when you were a resident and later on got converted into non-resident, that is NRI. However, as an NRI, you cannot open a fresh PPF account and avail tax benefits. The other investments where you can avail tax benefits are investment in National Pension Scheme, payment of premium towards health insurance of yourself, of your spouse, of your children and your parents, payment of house rent. So in case of National Pension Scheme, you will get a deduction of rupees 50,000. In case of payment of premium towards health insurance, you can get a deduction of rupees 25,000 if your age or your spouse's age or your children's age or your parents' age is less than 60 years. If your parents' age is more than 60 years, you can get a deduction of rupees 50,000.
Hi, my name is Safar Baghdadi. I am a Chief Officer sailing with MOL and I reside in Mumbai. I am associated with Focus to Growth for the past 3 years. My question is, from which account can seafarers invest in mutual funds and shares? Are there any special accounts to be opened for such purposes? And what are the tax implications if we are investing in equity and debt market?
Hi, you have asked a question which many seafarers are not aware. The question is, from which account can a NRI seafarer invest in mutual funds and shares? Are there any special accounts for investing in mutual funds and shares? To answer your question, I would like to say that as per FEMA regulations, an NRI seafarer can invest in mutual funds only from NRE account and not from any other account. For investing in shares, an NRI seafarer has to open an NRE PIS account. The full form of PIS account is Portfolio Investment Scheme account. So an NRI seafarer can invest in shares only from NRE PIS account and not from any other account. The second question asked by you is that what are the tax implications if an NRI seafarer invests in equity and debt markets? As per Income Tax Act, if you have sold any equity shares or equity oriented mutual funds within 12 months of the purchase, then it will be considered as short term and the tax rate applicable would be 15%. If you have sold any equity shares or equity oriented mutual funds after 12 months of the purchase, it will be considered as long term and the tax rate applicable would be 10%. If you have sold any debt oriented mutual funds within 36 months of the purchase, then it will be considered as short term and you have to pay tax on it as per the slab rate applicable to you. If you have sold any debt oriented mutual fund after 36 months of the purchase, it will be considered as long term and you have to pay tax at the rate of 20%.
Hello, this is Chief Officer Amit Gosai. I'm from Dehradun and I'm presently sailing with TK Shipping. I've been associated with Focus to Growth since year 2019. My question is, past financial year 2020-21, most of the seafarers have not completed the NRI days. I would like to know whether we have to pay tax for this year and what are the other ways of saving tax. Thank you.
Hi Chief Officer Amit. You have asked a question which 90% of seafarers have in mind. The question is, for financial year 2021, if my NRI days are not complete, do I have to pay tax on it? And what are the ways in which I can save taxes? As we all know that financial year 2021 has been a roller coaster ride for many seafarers. Many seafarers are not able to complete their NRI days. Since they are not able to complete their NRI days, they will be considered as a resident. Under resident, there are two categories. Resident but not ordinary resident. In short form, we call it as RNOR. And the second category is resident but ordinary resident. In short form, we call it as ROR. As we all know, the conditions for becoming RNOR and the conditions for becoming ROR, as discussed in the previous question, if we are considered as RNOR, then we don't have to pay any tax on the foreign sailing income. This is how, by becoming RNOR, you can save taxes in financial year 2021.
Hi, this is Captain Vibhor Saxena from Indrapuram, sailing with DS Northern and associated with Focus to Growth for last 3.5 years. My question is, to which account seafarers should take their salary, NRE, NRO or a saving account? And what is the difference between NRE and an NRO account? Thank you.
This is a very important question asked by Captain Vibhor Saxena, that seafarers should take salary under which account? Whether it should be NRE account, NRO account or normal savings account. To answer this question, I would like to say that as per circular number 13 by 2017 issued by Income Tax Department, it is clearly mentioned in the circular that an NRI seafarer should take salary in NRE account. If he takes salary in NRO account or savings account, then his salary would be taxable in India irrespective of the number of sailing outside India. That is, irrespective of the fact that he has completed his NRI days outside India, he would still be liable to pay tax if he has taken salary in NRO account and savings account. Hence, a seafarer should compulsory take his salary in NRE account. The second question being asked by you is that what is the difference between NRE and NRO account? I would like to highlight two basic differences between NRE and NRO account. Under NRE account, only foreign income can be credited. However, under NRO account, only Indian income can be credited. For example, under NRE account, you can credit your foreign salary, whereas under NRO account, only your rent income or any other income which is earned in India can be credited. The second difference is that interest received in NRE account is exempt under the Income Tax Act, whereas interest received in NRO account is taxable as per the normal slab rates.
Hi, this is Chief Engineer Omkar Bantwal. I am working presently with BW Hafnia Company, and I have been with Focus to Growth for the past 3 years, and I'm very happy with them. So the question for respected CAs is, we have heard that the number of NRE days has been increased from 184 days to 240 days. Is this applicable to us seafarers as well or not? Thank you.
This is a very important question asked by you, is that there is a myth going on that number of NRE days has been increased from 184 days to 240 days outside India for a seafarer, and whether it is applicable to seafarer. To answer this question, I would like to highlight the provisions of Income Tax Act. The provisions are, if you have stayed in India for 120 days or more but less than 182 days, and your income from Indian sources is more than 15 lakhs, then you become a resident but not ordinary resident. In short form, we call it as RNOR. Hence, there are two important conditions which needs to be satisfied. First is, if your stay in India is more than 120 days and if your Indian earned income is more than 15 lakhs. This 15 lakhs does not include the foreign sailing income. Even though you satisfy these two conditions, you will still be considered as RNOR. And as we all know that being an RNOR, your foreign sailing income is not taxable unless that income is earned from a business or profession which is controlled in India. To summarize, this clause is not applicable to seafarers and still 184 days is applicable.
Good evening everyone. My name is Brian De Silva. I'm sailing with DS Norden and I've been associated with Focus to Growth for the past 3 years. My question is, what happens if a seafarer is unable to complete the NRI days? How much tax has to be paid and what are the tax rates? Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Brian, for asking this question as to if a seafarer is not able to complete his NRI days in a particular financial year, then how much tax is required to be paid and what are the tax rates applicable to them. So as we all know that if a seafarer is not able to complete his NRI days in a financial year, he will be considered as a resident. Being a resident, he is required to pay tax. Now the tax rates depends on the slab of income he is falling into. If a seafarer's income is up to rupees 2.5 lakhs in a particular financial year, then no tax is required to be paid. If the income is between 2.5 to 5 lakhs, then tax at the rate of 5% needs to be paid. If the income is between 5 to 10 lakhs, then tax at the rate of 20% is applicable. And if the income is above 10 lakhs, then tax at the rate of 30% is applicable. So if a seafarer does not complete his NRI days in a particular financial year, then tax rates are applicable to him as per the slab rates.
So thank you, Sachet and Saket, for a wonderful question and answer session, which you have, enlightened my partners, my seafarers. When I say mine, they are all mine. आपके client होंगे, लेकिन मेरे seafarers हैं. नहीं, actually, it's a strong bond between us, and over the years, doing this, you can say business, passion. ये business तो है ही, लेकिन हमारा passion है. तो मेरे को एक्चुअली एक क्वेश्चन आ रहा था, मैंने तो इतना सचेत ने इतना फाइन इतना फट आंसर दिया एंड तो मुझे एक बात पूछनी थी कि आपका ऐसा इंक्लिनेशन, ऐसा सीफेरर्स के पास क्यों गया? मतलब आप टैक्सेशन में हो, आप सीए हो, थर्ड जनरेशन है, एंड you are 25 26 year old CA, and तो आपने ऐसा सीफेरर्स के लिए क्यों ऐसा मतलब चूज किया? और बहुत अच्छा नोबल कॉज है, इसलिए मैं दिल से क्वेश्चन कर रहा हूँ कि बहुत लोग की दुआएं लगेंगी आपको और सीफेरर्स की डेफिनेटली. तो कैन यू प्लीज आंसर दैट, व्हाई डिड यू चूज दिस?
So basically, seafarers ke towards Q. I think the most hardworking people in this entire world is the seafarers community. India में तो इतना respect नहीं मिलता है unfortunately. But when we, outside India, foreign countries में, when you say that you are from merchant navy background, and the level of respect that seafarers get over there outside India, that is very, very, very amazing. And also another thing is that as we say, seafarers are the second line of defense. During this COVID pandemic also, the entire world was standstill except just one community, that is seafarers, and we can say army also. So we can compare army and seafarers together. They both are, the pillars of any nation. So the respect bhi hai, salutes bhi karte hai seafarers ko, and the level of dedication, hard work and passion that आप सब अपने इसमें प्रोफेशन में डालते हैं, that is एक another level of this thing. So
thank you.
Great respect for you all.
Thank you. For all behalf of seafarers community, we thank you for such a nice comment. Definitely seafarers, है बहुत मेहनत करते हैं, and then leaving the house and the country, and then ठीक है, अभी गवर्नमेंट बोलती है हम एसेंशियल वर्कर नहीं है, ठीक है, ये भी चलेगा, अभी क्या कर सकते हैं, बट ठीक है, वैक्सीनेशन दे दो थोड़ा, क्योंकि एंड ऑफ द डे अगर हम नहीं रहेंगे तो जॉब दूसरी कंट्रीज को जाएंगी, एंड देन जो पुराने सीफेरर्स ने बेस बनाया था वो मिस हो जाएगा. सो यस, थैंक यू फॉर आंसरिंग दैट क्वेश्चन, एंड साकेत एंड सचेत. So anything from your side? Anything आप कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं?
I have one question to ask. So Captain Sumit and Captain Vikas, you both are sailing captains. तो आप सेल भी करते हैं, आप जहाज पे भी रहते हैं, and then you guys manage big amount of portfolio. तो ये how does you both manage this thing?
It is not just Captain Sumit Khetal and myself. We have got a big team which supports us. I have my wife, Captain Sumit Khetal's wife, Chief Engineer Shri Pradhan, and then we have got our managers, executives who are there as a team. Thanks to technology and having best of the partners in this industry, is A Wealth, they provide us with a very strong platform. Even if the client is anywhere in any part of the world, or if I am sitting at any part of the world, I can still manage my client's portfolio effectively. Being a seafarer, in past, when we started our careers, not only myself, when I communicated with a lot of other seafarers as well, सबका एक ही जैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहता था बॉस कि हमको तो गलत प्रोडक्ट मिला है, हमको ये प्रोडक्ट मिला है. जब आप बात करो सीफेरर्स के साथ, हर सीफेरर को वही प्रोडक्ट एक ना एक बैंक जरूर सेल किया हुआ था, which was not beneficial to us in long term at all. Correct? ये एक जब हमने ऑब्जर्व करना स्टार्ट किया सब तरह, when we got down together, me, myself, Sumit and बड़ा सा प्रधान साहब, that is when we thought, yeah, it is time. Pradhan साहब has got huge, enormous knowledge of industry. He's been investing in share market since 1974. So he has huge knowledge about it, but he always wanted to give it back to the community. Correct? And he thought, he came up with an idea, let's come up with a company which is dedicated to seafarers, and that is how this idea was seeded and conceptualized and executed. Right? I think Sumit will put some more light on this.
इसमें ऐसा था कि जब भी आपका पैसा आप कमा के शिप से आते हो, आपको अपने फैमिली को सस्टेन करना है, नंबर 1. नंबर 2 है एक प्लान बनाना है कि आगे आप कैसे ग्रो करेंगे और कहाँ पे आके आपको रिटायर करना है, रिटायरमेंट के बाद आपको कौन संभालेगा. तो आपका डेफिनेटली मनी, टुडे इफ यू डोंट हैव मनी, द सस्टेनेबिलिटी इज वेरी वेरी लो. So what kind of advisor you need, or what kind of a एडवाइजर क्या होता है? एक सारथी होता है जो आपको अपनी डेस्टिनेशन पे लेके जाता है। अगर आपने अपनी डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंचना है, क्या अमाउंट पे पहुंचना है, फाइनेंस इज नॉट अ रॉकेट साइंस, बट इट इज अ मैटर ऑफ ट्रस्ट. It is a matter where you put your money into the hands of somebody you trust. It is like a child. So इसको tactically manage करना, इसको एक there are two types of portfolio which we always say, not portfolio, basically portfolio decisions we take. So one is like making the portfolio rock solid for any shocks which may be coming, and the second one is उसको tactically कैसे sound करें, उसको देखते रहना, रिव्यू करना, तो हमारा वो काम है. तो एक टीम है, बेसिकली पूरी टीम है. इट्स अ कंपनी, इट्स नॉट अ वन मैन शो, it's not a one man team, it's not a one or two guys who are picking this team and running around. It is a company. मैं नहीं रहूंगा या विकास नहीं रहेगा या अगेन ये कंपनी रहेगी. कंपनी सीफेरर्स की है, ये प्लेटफॉर्म सीफेरर्स का है, ये सीफेरर्स के लिए डेडिकेटेड है, और जो सीफेरर्स आता है हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म को यूज करता है वो कहीं नहीं जाएगा. ये चैलेंज है. तो मतलब ये इस टाइप की सर्विस, ये टाइप की एडवाइजरी, और वो टाइप का एक, मालूम है, हर किसी का एक कंफर्ट जोन होता है. अगर आप उसको एक कंफर्ट दें, एंड ऑफ द डे यस इट इज अबाउट रिटर्न्स. भले वो थोड़ा सा आधा 1% कम 19-20 हो जाए, उसको फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. लेकिन अगर उसके पास कोई अच्छा एडवाइजर है, उसके पास कोई ऐसा दोस्त है जो उसके बुरे वक्त में भी खड़ा रहेगा और अच्छे वक्त में तो डेफिनेटली खड़ा रहेगा, तो मतलब दोनों वक्त में खड़ा रहने वाला आदमी आपको चाहिए रहता है. तो डेफिनेटली एक सीफेरर ही सीफेरर को समझता है. तो आज 2017 से चालू किया था, 2021 है, हाँ 60 करोड़ संभाल रहे हैं, बट उससे मैं देखता हूँ वी हैव नॉट येट अराइव्ड. और आई ऑलवेज टेल माय सीफेरर्स, थोड़ा बड़ा विजन रखो, थोड़ा बड़ा एम रखो. एंड क्योंकि क्या है, इफ यू डोंट, after all the sacrifices, if you don't manage to pull it off so that your next generations are not peaceful, then I'm not saying to sell more. I never say sell more. उतना ही करो जितना करना है, लेकिन जितना किया है उतने में अगर पैसा, अगर आपका काम कर रहा है, make the money work. So that is the system what we follow, and we've been doing it successfully, and we have been using technology as Vikas said, कि इसको थोड़ा सा अच्छे से और प्यार से और टेक्नोलॉजिकली इसको थोड़ा एनहांस किया है. एंड एवरी मोमेंट वी ट्राई टू मूव अहेड. जस्ट टू टेल यू, no company, no financial planning company tries to do a ISO audit. I mean, you won't find it. But मेरी कंपनी में, मतलब ये सीफेरर्स प्लेटफॉर्म पे 350 सीफेरर हैं, तो उनके लिए भी एक ऑडिट होना चाहिए, हमारे ऊपर भी एक ऑडिट होना चाहिए. तो हमने भी सीधा सीफेरर कंपनी को ही बुला दिया, ऑडिट कर लो. तो IRQS को बुलाया, जो वेसल्स को ऑडिट करती है, बोला आओ हमको ऑडिट करो. और क्योंकि हमारे सब सीफेरर्स क्लाइंट है, तो ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज हमने लिया, और इसलिए लिया कि क्योंकि क्वालिटी देनी. IRQS, इंडियन रजिस्ट्री ऑफ क्वालिटी सिस्टम, तो ये क्वालिटी हमने वो दी, तो उन्होंने सर्टिफिकेशन दिया. तो दिस इज हाउ व्हाट वी बिलीव, यू हैव टू गिव क्वालिटी सर्विसेज. एंड मजा भी आ रहा है, एंड टीम भी अच्छी है, लोग जुड़ते जा रहे हैं.
And also difference probably here, we are not only think, we are also following with what we are telling our clients. We are also doing similar investments in our life, correct? If we are advising, if we are advising our clients PMS, we ourselves are doing, correct?
Yeah.
So it's not that कि हम सिर्फ बोल रहे हैं कि हम कोई एग्जीक्यूटिव हैं जिसने आके किसी को सपना दिखाया, जिसको खुद वो सपना लिव नहीं, correct? So we are doing what we are preaching as well.
That is very important actually, क्योंकि मैं आपको आके बोलूँ आप खरीद लो,
करते हैं हम प्रोडक्ट्स पहले खुद पे टेस्ट करते हैं, and then we give it to our clients, so that
is really important thing
for us today. 350 seafarers, our community is very small. One wrong advice, one unsatisfied seafarer, and it is very easy for us to lose all our clients. So we have to go ethically. We have to ensure that whatever advice we are giving, it has to be a sound and ethical advice any time and every time.
Well,
thank you.
Correct. So I think best investment is the investment in people. So seafarers invest in Captain Sumit and Captain Vikas and focus to growth. So that is the best investment.
Actually, it's
With right advice, so advice, the taxation advice is also important. So they should take all the advice from seafarertax.com.
Thank you very much. Thank you for today's webinar, and we highly appreciate both of you are youngsters coming to our platform and helping our seafarers. Your seafarers also, after knowing you, after this webinar, I can say proudly that now my seafarers are also yours. Means ये जो community है, आप इनके लिए खुद बहुत कर रहे हो. In fact, I'm also following you on Twitter and Instagram, checking your post कि आप क्या डालते हो. Even for the vaccination drive, you have been, you know, अच्छा ट्वीट्स आपके आ रहे हैं, आप पुश कर रहे हो डीजी शिपिंग को भी. सो इट्स वेरी 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 सेल्डम वी सी दैट पीपल आर ट्राइंग टू हेल्प सीफेरर्स एंड डेफिनेटली देखो ये कर्मा होता है, आप कुछ दोगे आपको कुछ मिलेगा, एंड आप आज किसी को हेल्प कर रहे हो. डेफिनेटली I just hope and pray that God bless you, both of you, and your seafarer tax, and you both of you youngsters do very well in your industry. And thanks for joining us. But this is not the last. As I said, we want a couple of more sessions because we have few more questions. Not as questions, but we want detailed explanation about few topics where our clients have also asked us, and then we would like to answer them, and it would be better nothing than if some professional answers us.
Thank you very much, guys.
Anything from
time out.
Thank you. Bye.